and I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Denise Pomerang. I'm the marketing manager at Luxury Cruise Connections. So welcome everyone. I'm very excited to be part of today's event. As you guys know, Carlos Edery, our CEO, is usually the person who's hosting you guys and welcoming you guys the majority of the times. Unfortunately, he had a situation today and he was not even able to make it for today's event. He sent his apologies, but still, we want you guys to learn more about Uniworld. Still, we want you guys to participate in this private event. And so we want to welcome you guys, all of you. I want to introduce German Jones, our strategic account manager for Uniworld, who's happy to join us here today to teach you all about anything that you guys need to know about Uniworld, for you guys to make your river cruise experience decisions and make your upcoming plans. So welcome everyone. It's 3 o'clock and we're gonna get this started. As I mentioned, I'm Denise Palmer, I'm marketing manager at Luxury Cruise Connections, and you will see right next to my name, Dash Luxury Cruise Connections, but you will also see all of our travel advisors from Luxury Cruise Connections who will have their name right next to it, Dash Luxury Cruise Connections. So you can recognize them in the Zoom call, you can talk to them, and also you can type all the questions that you guys have about Uniworld, as already Judy did, and we're going to cover it after the presentation. So if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to ask, please feel free to type it here. And we're going to be making those after German's presentation. So welcome, German. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you so much for having me, Denise. Very happy to be here.
Very happy to be here as well. One more thing is that we want to know about who's joining us today. We want to know if you guys have sailed with Uniworld in the past, if you guys have done river cruise experience in the past, and obviously we want to know if we have people that have done business with Luxury Cruise Connections, and obviously want to welcome you to the benefits that you get for booking through Luxury Cruise Connections. So we will be launching some polls during the event as this one, and we're going to ask if you have sailed with Uniworld River Cruises before. So we want to know who has sailed or not yet. Obviously, if you're here, it's because you want to know more, you want to learn more, and we're very excited to have you today. I know Judy, she already had 4 cruises with Uniworld. So Judy, you're an expert river cruise expert. So it's a unique experience. I love river cruising, and I'm pretty sure that everyone who has done a river cruise in the past can tell you that the luxury experience that you get is amazing. So far, 17% of you have sailed with Uniworld in the past. 84% of you did not. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are all excited to learn more today. German, we're going to get started with the presentation. So share my results so you guys can see who have sailed. And German, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, Denise. Really appreciate it. And before I begin, I just want to say that Luxury Cruise Connection is just a top-notch agency. We work very well together. Anytime there's any scenario where they have a question or they need assistance, I'm always here to help them out, and vice versa. So can't say enough about how great of a partnership Uniworld has with Luxury Cruise Connection. So just wanted to start off by saying that. But on with the presentation. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Give me just 1 second, and let me just make sure that this works here and you all can see that. Let's see here. Go ahead and confirm that, Denise. Can you see the screen?
Perfect. Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so my name is German Jones. I'm the strategic account manager for Uniworld. I cover Florida and Louisiana. And of course, Luxury Cruise Connections is within that region. So I am their support system whenever anything comes up. But just to give you a little bit of background as to who Uniworld is, we're a luxury boutique river cruise line We've been in business for 48 years, so we're actually the oldest major river cruise line in existence. So a lot of people don't know that, and reason being is because we're not a mass market cruise line or anything like that. We're very intimate, very luxurious, and throughout the presentations, I'm going to go over the key pillars, hallmarks, and really just the highlights of what makes Uniworld so special. So let me go ahead and start the presentation here, and we're going to start with a video. So let me know if there's any issue with audio, Denise, please. Okay, great. So that's just a little bit of a glimpse as to what it looks like on our trips on Uniworld and on board the ships as well. So I just want to go over what really makes us special, and it starts with the cuisine. We have absolutely delicious cuisine on board Uniworld. Also unlimited beverages, and that's alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Of course, scheduled airport transfers are going to be included as well. And that's as long as you all adhere to our guidelines with the transfer policy. Also, onboard gratuities will be included. Most excursions will be included. Wi-Fi throughout the ship will be included. Onboard entertainment, and just a variety of things. So we do offer the most all-inclusive amenities in river cruising, and I'm going to go ahead and give you examples of some of these as we go through the presentation. So for starters, I mentioned absolutely delicious cuisine. As far as the different cuisine that we offer on board, we like to. Is there music in the background? Okay. Oh, thank you. If you all can mute, thank you. As far as cuisine on board, yes, our chefs will disembark in the different destinations that we visit, go to the local farmers markets and pick up freshly sourced ingredients, produce, and things like that, bring them back on board the ship, and that's what they'll use to cook these delicious meals. And so it's all freshly sourced ingredients, which is really nice, all local. And so we really want you all to get a very authentic experience. So a lot of the different meals that we serve, of course, are authentic and pertain to the region that we're visiting, which is really nice. So just to give you an example, if we're visiting Hungary, you're going to have goulash. If we're visiting Germany, you'll have schnitzel, things like that. And then, of course, we also recognize that 95% of our guests are American on board. So we do also have traditional American dishes on the menu as well for guests who prefer that. So just be aware of that. And lastly, I'd like to mention that if there's any type of dietary restrictions that you may have, like vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, anything like that, we can accommodate that. So just be aware of that as well. And I did mention alcoholic beverages will be included, and these consist of premium spirits, which is really nice. So for example, if you felt like having vodka on board, on most ships, you're going to encounter such labels as Kettle One, Grey Goose, things like that. For whiskey, we'll have Johnny Walker Black Label, Maker's Mark, things like that, just to give you examples. So we have nice premium alcoholic beverages, and that's throughout the entire time that you're on the cruise ship. So it's not just limited to like dinner time or something like that. So that's really nice. Now there is only one exception to this rule, and it's one itinerary, and that's for our trip to Egypt. So in Egypt, it will only be wine, beer and wine during lunch and dinner that will be available. So just so you all are aware of that. But any other itinerary, it'll be available at any point throughout the cruise that you choose to have a drink. And in case you're wondering, for those for those of you who are wondering, the reason that we don't have that in Egypt is because there's an 800% tax on alcohol there. So that's the reason we don't include it just throughout the entire ship. And also a really neat thing that we offer is for those guests that love to stay active on board, they can certainly take advantage of different things. So for example, this here is a picture of some of the yoga classes that we do. We'll have morning yoga classes that'll all be included. There's a gym on board all of our trips throughout Europe. So guests can take, you all can go ahead and take advantage of that if you wanted to do a little bit of exercise. There's also bicycles as well that you can utilize. We have 25 bicycles per ship that we lend out to guests if you want to take, strolls throughout the destinations or alongside the river, things like that. So just be aware of that. Also, we have an amazing staff. We offer some of the most personalized service that you'll encounter. And yeah, basically our staff members just go above and beyond to make sure all of our guests are well taken care of. And we even have butler service throughout all of our trips in Europe. We have it available in all suites. But even if it's not butler service, the staff members really just go above and beyond. We like to say that no request is too large and no detail too small. So we want to make sure that we go, just go ahead and take care of everything to make sure guests are really having a great time. And I did also mention earlier that most excursions will be included. So there are about, so most of the excursions are going to be included. And this is an example of one here. So if you take a look here, this is the Vienna Art History Museum. So when we visit the Vienna Art History Museum, it's going to look like this. You're not going to see a lot of people there, and that's because it's closed to the general public. So we have a lot of different itineraries like that guests can take advantage of a more intimate setting, and you won't have to be in big crowds in many of the different excursions that Uniworld goes on. Now we do also, I mentioned most excursions are included, but we do also have what's called the Masterpiece Collection, which those excursions are for an additional charge. But there's only about 3 of them per itinerary. So just keep that in mind. Most excursions are included, but there are going to be about 3 different ones that are for an additional charge for those guests who choose to do those optional ones. So just be aware of that. Also, something else that's for that costs extra are your spa treatments. So if any of you decided to do a spa treatment, that would be additional. The reason I like to lay out, all the things that are included and what's extra and things like that is just so you all are well prepared and have a better understanding as to, what we offer. But aside from the Masterpiece Collection excursions and the spa treatments, almost everything's included on Uniworld. So you can really take advantage of that. And so I do want to go ahead and go over the different themed cruises that we offer on Uniworld. So start off with our seasons cruises. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick video. This particular itinerary, it's going to concentrate on like Christmas market trips and stuff like that. This is our holiday seasons itineraries, and it's pretty neat. So I'm going to show you a quick little glimpse as to what you can expect here. Okay, so just a short little video on our Christmas markets. It's really, really beautiful in that time frame. I just took a trip. Well, now it was in November of 22, and the end of November to the beginning of December, and it's traveled through. It was our enchanting Danube itinerary. Traveled started in Passau and went through to Budapest. That's where it ended. And we saw so many different Christmas markets, everything just lit up and beautiful and just in Christmas decor and everything. And it's just a really, really nice, really nice itineraries if you can take advantage of that. And that's throughout November and December. So I'm going to go ahead and mention some more of our popular themed cruises. And another one here is our Jewish heritage cruises. This one concentrates on, just learning about the Jewish history, culture. We'll visit different synagogues, things like that. And these trips can be found throughout the Danube and Rhine rivers. And this is another very popular trip for us. So keep this one in mind. We also have what's called the Generations theme program. So this is where you'll encounter some kids on board. So it's very rare that you're going to, of course, see a child on board a Uniworld cruise, but we do have a few cruises per year that are part of the Generations program, where multi-generational families can travel together and enjoy these trips. And basically, what it consists of is we'll have all sorts of programs for kids and things like that. But it'll also be throughout like the time frame of like when kids are in school, in the winter break or summer break, things like that. We have a few of those sailings per year. So keep that in mind if you have a big family, you want to travel together. We also, I'd also like to mention our mystery cruises. The mystery cruises, they have, with this particular one, it concentrates on just being surprised as to where you're going and what you're going to be doing. So as far as the destinations, you'll learn about, like the starting and stopping points and things like that. But as far as like excursions and the different activities on board and things like that, it's really a big surprise. So this is very popular with our past guests that just want to be surprised and have been on many Uniworld cruises, things like that, and want to try something different. So keep this one in mind as well. And another themed cruise we're offering is the 2024 Rivers of the World cruise. This is where we go ahead and combine a bunch of different itineraries and put them together for a world cruise. So this particular one travels throughout October 3rd through November 26th. And let me go ahead and show you this itinerary. So it's a 54 nights altogether. So a pretty long trip. And the first part is going to be throughout the Peruvian Amazon. That's a 16-day trip, which includes Machu Picchu. The second part is going to be traveling throughout the Danube River, another 16 days. The third part is going to be 8 days, and it's going to be traveling throughout France. And then the last leg of the journey will be 16 days on the Mekong Jewel, doing Vietnam and Cambodia. So keep that in mind if you have the time and you're interested in this particular one. It's a really nice trip. Next, we like to say sometimes the journey is as extraordinary as the destination. And the ships themselves on Uniworld are absolutely breathtaking. I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick here a snapshot of what our ships look like. The decor is very unique, very beautiful. We like to match the decor based on the rich history of the destinations that we're visiting. To really just so you all can immerse yourselves not just in the destination, but on board the ship as well. Really feel like you're part of that rich history. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just some of the different ships that we offer on Uniworld. And I'd like to just mention no two ships on Uniworld are alike. Every single one is completely different. And we don't even have two suites on board the same ship that are alike. So very unique and very different from anything else you may encounter. So we'll start here. I'm going to show you an example of the SS Bon Voyage. This particular ship is absolutely stunning. It was transformed in 2019, and of course we didn't use it much during the pandemic, so it still looks very new. And it does travel throughout France, and I'm going to show you just some of the interior different common areas of the ship so you're familiar with it. So this here is the lobby area, just as you can see, just very beautiful in decor, nice chandelier and everything. We also have a very, very nice lounge. And as you can see here, here's the dining area, very nice upholstery and things like that. We pay great attention to detail, as I mentioned earlier. And this is another good example of that. So as I mentioned, this particular ship travels throughout France. So all of our ships, we mimic the decor based on the destination we're visiting. So that's why you see this French-inspired decor. That's why you see the French signs in the background and things like that. We want to really, as I mentioned earlier, just immerse yourself in that destination. This is the dining area. This here is the top deck area of the ship, and the infinity pool we have in the back. And we have up to $1 million worth of artwork on each of our ships. So it's really nice. You're also like being in a museum. And we also have beautiful staterooms. So this here is an example of our French balcony stateroom. And here we have an example of a suite with that separate area there. And again, we're paying close attention to detail. There's going to be fresh flowers, fresh fruits in the room. In all of our suites, and we have beautiful bathrooms as well. All of our bathrooms in our fleet are marble, which is really nice. And as far as the destinations, as far as where we travel to, so we're primarily throughout Europe. That's where most of our trips are going to be located. So we're going to be in Spain and Portugal. We're in Italy. We have 3 different ships in France doing 3 different itineraries there. And then all throughout Central Europe, we're starting in like the north west area and then the Netherlands area, and we'll travel all the way down throughout the Danube, the Rhine rivers. We're going to travel throughout Austria, Slovenia, just a bunch of different itineraries throughout Central Europe, and so we pretty much cover most of Europe. Now, we do also offer 4 exotic destinations as well. And those exotic destinations are Vietnam and Cambodia, Egypt, Peru, and India. Those are the 4 exotic destinations that we travel to. So keep those in mind as well. And I'm going to go ahead and give you an example. I showed you one of our trips, one of our ships in Europe. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of one of the ones that we offer in Vietnam and Cambodia. It's going to be traveling throughout the Mekong River. And this is the name of it is called the Mekong Jewel. It's a beautiful ship, and it holds 68 guests and has 51 staff members. So almost a 1-to-1 guest to staff ratio. As I mentioned earlier, personalized service is our #1 priority, and we certainly offer that on Uniworld. And then as far as the decor itself, if you can see here, you have we have an indoor lounge here. Here, this is our dining room, and as you can see, it's very, very beautiful decor, but very different from the Bon Voyage that I showed you traveling throughout France, of course, because we want to make sure that on this particular journey you have that Asian-inspired theme. So that's why we have that Asian decor on this particular ship. So keep that in mind. This is the top deck area, the pool area. We have the grand suite on this particular ship is 550 square feet, so a very large room there. But even bigger, we have a royal suite on this particular ship at 924 square feet. So absolutely beautiful. We are the top luxury river cruise line, so we want to make sure that we keep it that way and offer just the most amenities and the most beautiful decor possible. And of course, we have marble bathrooms as well, as you can see here, because we have marble even our standard staterooms have marble bathrooms. So that's all common all the way throughout our fleet, as I mentioned earlier. And then just to go through, give you a nice little snapshot of the different places that we travel to and the decor that you might encounter there. Just take a look at these slides so you get an idea of what the decor is in all the different destinations. As you can see there, it differs just based on where we're traveling to. And these here are just some of the spa rooms that we offer. These are some of the cuisine, some of the dishes, and beautiful areas. We also have just some of the different lounges in this particular slide here that you can take a look at. And then I also just want to just go over our cruise and rail program as well. Just so you all are aware, a lot of people like to take a trip to Europe and really take advantage of river cruise and things like that. But for those that really want to maximize their time and just take advantage of the time that you're in Europe and would like to combine it with a rail, we do have a cruise and rail program, which is really nice. So we've gone ahead and partnered up with Golden Eagle Luxury Trains. And we like to say it's the perfect pairing because their brand and our brand are very similar. So they're a luxurious rail company, and what's included on Golden Eagle trains, they offer 5-star pre and post hotels, personal cabin attendant service, breakfast and lunch and dinner will be included daily. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks will be available throughout the trip as well. They have great entertainment with a resident pianist in the bar lounge car. So just really nice pairing with Golden Eagle Danube Express and Golden Eagle trains. So just keep that in mind if you would like to take a cruise and rail combo. And another one that we offer, this is throughout India, is the Sacred Ganges and Maharaj Express. This particular trip, the rail, it sold out very quickly in 2023, and we've just launched it for 2024. So if any of you are interested in taking that trip in 2024, just be aware that does sell very quickly, the rail part of this particular trip. And I'd like to conclude the presentation by just going over our current offers and telling you about the great specials that we have right now. So as of right now, we do offer a up to $3,000 cruise and air offer, and that's available up until July 31st. So it will expire at the end of the month. But it's great because it's big savings for select 2023 cruises if you purchase the air through Uniworld. Now we have gone ahead and made a bit of an alteration to that, where now you can go ahead and, like, we have clients that of course they prefer to use, they may use their their frequent flyer miles or anything like that, and may not particularly want to go ahead and combine the air and the cruise. So they can go ahead and have a cruise only special as well. So just take advantage of that if possible. It's going on right now until July 31st, and that's a cruise and air or cruise only offer. And for those of you looking at 2024, we do offer a 10% early booking savings. That's going on from now until September 30th. Which basically means if you go ahead and you book your cruise before September 30th, your 2024 cruise, and pay for it in full at time of booking, you'll get a 10% discount, which is great. Something to take advantage of. And your Luxury Cruise Connections advisor will be able to assist you with all the details on that and all of these promotions. Also, solo traveler savings. That's another big savings that you can take advantage of. So, like, for example, if you're planning on traveling alone, you can go ahead and do so without getting stuck with that single supplement surcharge where you're paying double the rate in many different cruises. Most of them are in 2023. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and waive that single supplement surcharge, which is really nice on a few selected cruises. So just be aware of that. We also have great River Heritage Club promotions, which is our past guest promotions. That's savings up to $500 per person, which is great. And that past guest promotion, if you haven't, because I think with the survey that Denise did earlier, there's many of you that haven't been on Uniworld before. But if I'm not sure if you all are aware, but our parent company is the Travel Corporation, and the Travel Corporation has many different brands under that. So we'll go ahead and extend that past guest promotion to you all if you've been on any of our sister brands. So if you all are curious as to what are some of our sister brands, just some of the more popular ones that we offer that we have is Trafalgar Tours, for example, Insight Vacations, Luxury Gold, African Travel, Lion World Travel, Contiki, Those are just some of the many different sister brands that we offer under the Travel Corporation. So if you've been on any of those and you're going on Uniworld for the first time, we will go ahead and extend that fast guest promotion to you. So that's really nice. Also, oh, sorry, I flipped here. Also, another great offer that we're providing is $150 per person shipboard credit. You'll get this whether you take it doesn't matter if it's a 2023 cruise, a 2024 cruise, anything like that. As long as you book it through Luxury Cruise Connections, you will go ahead and you will be able to take advantage of that $150 per person shipboard credit. And that shipboard credit can be used to those pretty much those couple of things that I mentioned were additional on Uniworld. So if you wanted to take advantage of a masterpiece collection excursion, you can utilize that shipboard credit for that. If you wanted to take advantage of a spa treatment, you could go ahead and use that for that. So just be aware of that. So that's an extra $150 shipboard credit that you're going to be receiving for booking through Luxury Cruise Connections. And then additionally, you'll also get $100 per person for joining this presentation today. It's going to be $100 per person savings off the total price. And that's if you book it from now until July the 28th. So just be aware of that and try to go ahead and take advantage of that so you can go ahead and get that additional savings. So with $100 per person plus the $150 per person, that's already $250 per person, in incentives that you could take advantage of for booking through Luxury Cruise Connections shortly. So just be aware of that. And yes, and that concludes the presentation. So thank you very much, everyone. So I'll go ahead now and take any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much, German. Thank you. Thank you for an amazing presentation. Hope everyone enjoyed it. And again, as German said, you have $100 savings per person. That means if you have a cabin, 2 people, you will get up to $200 savings, which is amazing. It's an amazing opportunity. And obviously, when you book through Luxury Cruise Connections, not only you have an amazing advisor that will help you and will guide you through an amazing experience, but you also have exclusive benefits that you don't get anywhere else. So we can get started with questions that we have on the chat first, and then we can open the mics and everyone can say their questions if they wanted to. So I know Judy has a question. Judy, I hope you're still there. If we can discuss safety concerns on the ship.
Okay. As far as pertaining to what, like
well, she was saying that she's a longtime Uniworld traveler and loved the line, and she's a little concerned about potential terrorist safety when ships are tied up multiple ships.
Sure. Okay. Sure. So as far as security concerns, we always take every measure possible to make sure to meet any kind of vulnerability that may be out there. That we may have, for example. But as far as security, the first thing that I thought of was, like, for example, in Egypt, we do modify our security accordingly to the destination that we're visiting. So in Egypt, for example, we'll have different security measures like armed guards at the different embarking and disembarking areas and things like that. We'll also have, those armed security traveling with us to if we go to an area where, that it's required, things like that. But and Egypt, we haven't had an incident, and it's one of our most popular destinations. So we just make sure to basically, whenever needed, we'll go ahead and provide the proper security measures. Absolutely.
Great. Judy, I hope it answers your questions. And by the way, she took already 4 Uniworld cruises so far. Hope she takes more. And obviously, Judy, feel free to we welcome you to book through Luxury Cruise Connections. One of our travel advisors will reach out to you. Any other further questions you might have, we're happy to help you out. So Cynthia, actually, she's saying hello to Mike. Mike is our sales manager. And she's interested in doing a Netherlands Uniworld cruise. She have not sailed on a river cruise before. So
Hi, Dr. Todd. Hi there. How are you?
Good, good. And
Good to see
also
you.
Derek's on the call now. Derek was on another phone call before, but Derek's also helped you in the past.
Yes, he's doing
And,
a great job.
But we'll take care of you for sure, and ask you some questions and help you with your Uniworld cruise. Definitely.
Well, I've had 10 Trafalgar tours, so I'm hoping I can take advantage of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in the past. And I'm also very intrigued by the India one because today's my birthday and it's
Happy birthday.
too. Thank you. And so India is always, after we went to Dubai, I loved the Indian food and we stayed in an Indian hotel and it was just at the Taj. And so this sounds like this is an answer to our Indian dilemma of being able to be safe and not get sick and yet have a luxury cruise through it. It sounds wonderful.
Oh, that's great.
Very exciting.
Looking forward to talking to you.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us here.
okay. Talk to you
And
soon.
happy
Thank you
birthday.
for sharing.
India.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
So we'll continue with a few comments. I know Alan Morganson, he said that he have done 5 cruises and he will be on another one the next September. So I'm very sure that he loves Uniworld. If he has done 5 and he has one upcoming one. And I know Derek is his travel advisor, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, most people who travel on Uniworld will go again multiple times. That's what we see. Mhm.
I'm pretty sure. So Judy also says that she's interested in the Amazon trips. So Judy, one of our travel advisors will reach out to you for more information, anything that you need for an Amazon experience. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's a really neat trip, and we have an 11-day or a 15-day version of that trip. The 15-day, the longer one for that Peruvian Amazon includes Machu Picchu. So it just depends on if she wants to do the shorter or the longer. But yeah, the Luxury Cruise Connection advisor can assist with that.
Great, Judy. Diego Riveron, he's gonna reach out to you today. So we have Susan Shepherd, which I know she works closely with Steve Goko, one of our travel advisors, and she's asking what single malt scotch and sparkling wines do you guys have?
Oh, well, I mean, depending on the itinerary, she can, if she has a particular one she's interested in traveling, just have Steve send me an email and I'll find the actual list from that particular ship and send it over so he can share that information with her. Absolutely.
Great. So we have another question, another comment saying, please include info about Vietnam and Cambodia. I know we included some info. Not sure, Christine, if you need more information, but we're happy to contact you after the event and send you anything else that you might need. We're also going to send that recap email with the recording of this event, and we can send you more information about Vietnam and Cambodia in that email as well to all of you if you guys want to.
Yeah, that's another beautiful itinerary.
Thank you. So Alan is saying the Porto cruise was great. I want to ask, actually, when we open the mics, I want to ask Alan, like his experience, not only with Uniworld, like the itineraries that he's been through, because I'm very intrigued of what he has done in the past. And Neil just asked if the presentation will be provided after the webinar. Yes, we'll be sending you the recording, Neil. If you guys want the presentation as well, we can include it in our email as well. So Alan is also saying the special cooking experience are also lots of fun. So Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit about the special cooking experiences?
Sure. So depending on the ship and the itinerary, it can be modified a little bit, but sometimes we'll have, and this is oh, I'm hearing a little feedback.
No worries.
Okay. So sometimes just depending on the itinerary, certain activities on board will change and things like that. So we have some that will be included, some that will be additional. But for the most part, as far as the extras are the spa treatments and the masterpiece collections that I mentioned. But we will have some of those cooking experiences available. And again, just depending on the itinerary and the classes and things like that, it can vary whether there's a cost or not. But it's pretty neat where the chef will do different, just cooking classes and things like that. And guests really love that. They're just learn a little bit about how we go ahead and just provide cooking and different cuisines on board.
Great. Yeah, it sounds very fun. Very excited. Richard Taylor just also asked, what about the low water? Are we having still having low water issues?
No, so for as far as river cruising and like the water, it's very similar. I like to compare it to like ocean cruising and hurricanes. So as far in terms of, yes, every once in a while, there might be some sort of deviation or there might be some sort of issue, but it's not the norm. So it's not something that we see frequently. If we do run into any type of low water situation, we'll modify it accordingly to make sure that, guests really just have an absolutely great experience either way. And like with transfer coaches and things like that. But just to give you an example, last year we saw there was a time frame where we saw some pretty bad low waters there for a few weeks, and we only had to cancel 2 cruises. So it's something that's very rare that if it does occur, we'll modify it slightly, our itineraries, but it's not something that happens often.
Great. Yeah, I was actually in Europe 2 months ago, and we had no issue at all. So I think we're not experiencing any low water issues at the moment. Alan also say this was one of that he will be on September. I think he's talking about the Jewish Heritage Cruise. He will be in September. When we open the mics, we'll ask him what's his next cruise. And he also said that the butlers are well trained and very attentive. So it's very happy to hear that, because it's something very unique about luxury cruising, right? You want to have a butler that it's very attentive to your needs. That's why you guys choose luxury cruising.
That's absolutely correct. They're so well trained, and they're so professional, and they're just absolutely amazing. Yeah, we always have they always provide a demonstration. So once a year we'll have our Uniworld, our team kickoff meetings over in Europe, and just depending on what ship we're on, the chefs or the butlers will provide different examples of how they treat guests, and just some of the things they do and everything. It's amazing. It's amazing. They really go above and beyond to make sure everyone's well taken care of on board.
Yeah, I completely understand, and that's when we do luxury cruising, that's what we're expecting, and we're happy to hear that it's above expectations. So Stephen Driscoll is asking, are there dress codes?
That's a great question. No, it's not. There's not a specific, because sometimes people hear that it's we're luxury river cruising and all the beautiful things that we offer on Uniworld and things like that, and they think that you have to wear a tuxedo or something. It's nothing like that. So as far as the dress on board, dress code, it's very like country club casual for the most part. And then for dinner, you'll have you'll have certain gentlemen will prefer to wear like a blazer or something if they want to do that, but it's not required or anything like that. It's so it's as far as the dress code, it's think of country club type attire is what it is.
Great. Yeah, and everyone it's more than welcome. Any type of couples are welcome in this cruise as well. So very excited. Cheryl Bieber is also asking if there's a benefit for booking on board.
Yeah, it's really great. So if you want to go ahead, there's something called a floating deposit. So while you're on board, you can purchase that. You'll get 3% off your next cruise. So once you do that, you just come back, you get with your luxury cruise connection advisor, and they'll go ahead and help set you up with the specific date that you want and everything, and apply that certificate to the cruise. So you'll get that additional 3% as well. So that's an extra benefit, extra savings.
German, does that have an expiration date?
So for the most part, they say that you have to use that within a couple months, but you can always, just check with me to see if I can go ahead and extend it and things like that. And, we're usually fairly pretty flexible. Just very important that, you and your client communicate, as to what they plan on doing. And then you can just contact me and we'll see what we can be done.
Great. So Amy was also talking about the dress code, and she also asked if she can get a list of all the cruises. So Amy, yes, 100% we can send you a list of all the cruises. I know Javier Salinas is your travel advisor. So we'll make sure that we can send you a list of cruises. Also, when we send a thank you email to you guys, we'll include a few suggested itineraries that we find interesting, that we think you guys might like. But if you have another destination, another date that you guys are interested of us sending it to you, feel free to reach out to us, email us, call us, any to your travel advisors. You can email me, and then we'll send you anything that you guys need. Lauren Katz is also asking, how is the layout of a connecting room different than other suite room layouts?
So just the main difference would be that they wouldn't have the connecting door. That's pretty much the only difference between the different rooms.
Great. Amy is asking, do you have any trips to Korea?
No, we do not travel to Korea.
Okay, good. So Judy's also asking a little bit about the excursions to Amazon and how they're like. So Judy will reach out to you, and if we need to get one of our travel advisors and German on an exclusive call with you and talk about the excursion, feel free to do so. We love when we call travel advisors, it's because they are your advisors. They will help you with excursions, with your itineraries, with your pre and post, because they're the most experienced people in the industry, and I can tell you for a fact. So Neil is saying thank you. Neil, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everyone. Have a few messages. Amy's asking, can you describe the trip regarding the synagogues? Where does it go? How long it is?
They vary, and what I can do, I can send, who's her advisor?
Let me check. Amy Rady, Javier Salinas.
Okay, so what I can do is send Javier a quick link as to, because we have a particular section of our website that specifies all that, which will tell you the different dates that we travel, which will tell you which cruises offer those Jewish heritage cruises, the number of nights and things like that. So just I'll go ahead and send it to Javier so he can pass it along to her.
Great. And we can also include it in our marketing email and in our thank you email to you guys as well. So everyone can have it. We're very happy to do so. Judy's also saying, I did the cooking class in Avignon and it was wonderful experience. Well worth quite reasonable price.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
You will enjoy the food.
Love to hear that feedback.
And Amy's also asking, how many times a year do you offer the cruise to synagogues?
I don't know the exact number, but I'll send over that information and you'll be able to see. But it's quite a few times per year. That's it's not like the generations themed cruises where there's only a few. There's quite a few, because that's one of our more popular trips, are the Jewish heritage cruises. So I'll send you the link with that information so you could pass it along.
Thank you.
Great. And Lauren Katz is asking the last questions as of now. Where is the connecting door? In the connecting rooms, does it require less furniture in that room? Do you lose some furniture?
So as far as the specific modifications, there's only a few of those connecting doors. And yeah, I imagine, of course, that they're going to modify the stateroom a little bit in order to accommodate that. As far as specifically, what's located where, that I unfortunately don't know that. I can always investigate that to see what the exact layout is per room. But yeah, just what she can do is just let me know, or let her luxury cruise connections advisor know what ship and sail date that she's interested in, so we can go ahead and so I can investigate then which are the connecting doors and what the layout is when she has a particular itinerary in mind.
So Steve, Lauren, Steve is your travel advisor. So Steve will reach out to you after the event, and we can send her any information that she needs regarding the connecting rooms and the furniture. Obviously, we want you to feel comfortable. And this is something important for you. So we totally understand. Some other questions came in the chat. So those were not the last ones. Cynthia is asking, so airline travel try to use direct flights like from Orlando to Amsterdam. So direct flights from Orlando to Amsterdam, do we have that?
So that I wouldn't be able to to answer.
That depends.
Yeah, that depends on the airline and what's available and all that. So unfortunately, I don't know that one.
Yeah, and it will depend on the date. I'm pretty sure that this summer it's very difficult to fly to Europe, at least last minute. But I'm pretty sure that we can accommodate and we can help you out, Cynthia. Anything that you need, we'll make sure that one of our travel advisors can reach out to you and we can guide you through with the flights. Amy Rady is asking, it appears that the dining areas have tables for more than 2 individuals. Do most people eat in groups?
So it varies. It varies. And she's correct. I think for the most part, so we do have tables of 2 available for guests who just want to, just eat on their own, like couples or where have you. But for the most part, we have many tables of like 4 and 6 and things like that. Which is really nice too, because it's a little bit more social and things like that atmosphere on Uniworld. So it does vary just depending on the dining room and things like that. But what I recommend is, if it's like a special occasion or something, and there's a couple that would just like to eat on their own in a table for 2, just get to the dining room a little earlier and speak with the with the maitre d' just to help out with accommodating that table for them. Great.
And I see that Lauren, actually she's not here anymore, but she's traveling to she's doing a Paris to Normandy on August 6th, so like literally a few weeks from now. Very exciting.
That's great.
She sent us the room number, and I can see here that Steve is her travel advisor. So I'm pretty sure she's being very well taken care of. So
okay, perfect. I think she may have been asking. I think she was asking about the connecting doors earlier. Is that the same one? So yeah, Steve can reach out to me, and I'll go ahead and investigate that.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't think we have any more chat questions, but I do want to open mics for you guys to talk about it, to let us know about if you have traveled with Uniworld. What was your Uniworld travel experience in the past? Alan, I'm eager to hear about the cruises that you have done in the past with Uniworld and your upcoming cruise Jewish heritage that you have going on coming up in September. It's a great time of the year to travel to Europe. Nice weather. So I want to open mics. Anyone has any questions?
I just want to add, a lot of guests want to go to Venice, and if you're going on a big ship, you're not going to see really Venice because of the laws there for the last few years. And in March/April of last year, I was fortunate to go on the La Venezia. And if anyone is looking for Venice, this is the best cruise line, the best way to do it, because what Uniworld does is they go to the different islands in Venice, around the Venetian waterways, and you will get a great feeling of what Venice is about. They even take you to a place where they actually make the boats, the canal boats there. They take you to a town called Torcello, where it's a lovely little town, but only like 10 people live on that island. So if anyone is thinking of Venice and does not want to go on a large ship where you're not going to actually see Venice, Uniworld's the way to go.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. Thank you for sharing, Steve. Appreciate that. Yeah, Venice is absolutely amazing. Neat thing about Uniworld is, of course, like Steve just mentioned, we'll be able to dock right there. We'll travel throughout the Venice Lagoon, so it's like you have your luxury hotel room that that can move around. We'll travel to. We'll do an overnight in Burano as well. We'll do on top of visiting Torcello and things like that. So it's just a really, really nice way to see Venice. And of course, your meals are going to be included. And then, of course, on top of that, you're going to have luxury or intimate excursion experiences. So, like, for example, we'll visit Doge's Palace. We'll visit St. Mark's Basilica when it's closed to the general public. So it's like we put everything together, and it ends up being less expensive for the most part than if you were to just go and spend a week in Venice and booking a hotel room there. So it is a really, really nice option.
Yeah, I meant to mention that we were able to go into a few of the tourist areas at night when there's nobody around, just us, and you get a much better tour. And like I said, part of it was taking us to where gondolas are actually made and repaired, and that was quite cool as well.
Yep.
If I can make a comment, we did the maiden voyage of the Porto cruise last year, and that was probably one of the nicest cruises we've done. It went from Porto up to Salamanca and back, and we drank our way through. Porto and Gaia are just two really cool cities. The whole region, the whole Porto region, just really friendly, great places. So a lot of people don't think about that, but it's a great trip.
Thank you for sharing. Yep, really beautiful.
Thank you, Alan. Anyone has any guests that have other questions regarding an upcoming experience?
I have a question. Denise, is Ron Sternberg. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So the question I have is, does Uniworld partner directly with their partner companies to offer a combination or back-to-back deals that's the Uniworld experience as well as a land experience if someone wanted to extend their trip? Or do I have to do that through Luxury Cruise Connection because Uniworld doesn't have any bundle deals?
Yeah. So as far as our itineraries, most of them, whenever you look at the itineraries, and that's a great question. As like for example, a 7-night cruise, you're going to see that there's many of them that offer extensions, whether pre or post, which you can add on, before or after the cruise, which will take you to another, very popular place. Like for example, in Egypt, we have pre and post extension. We have one going to Jordan, and we have the other one going to Jerusalem. So we always make sure to capitalize on the area that you're visiting, so you can maximize, the different things that you're viewing and your overall experience. So it is something that we do offer. But let's say, for example, there's an excursion, an extension that you want to do specifically that's not through Uniworld. Yes, Luxury Cruise Connections can absolutely help you with finding another, another place to combine your trip with.
Great. Thank you, Ronald. And I know, Ronald, you work with Laura, so she will be reaching out to you after the event to see if there's anything that she can do for you to help you out. So anyone has any more questions? Anyone regarding Uniworld?
Denise,
Yes.
I just want to reiterate again, that anyone who is interested in talking along with German, German is one of our best partners here with in Uniworld, and he's very quick to respond. So if you're interested in setting up a meeting, if you're making a reservation with your advisor here at Luxury Cruise Connections and you'd like to set up a meeting, let us know. I know, German, you have a really busy schedule, so I don't want to start throwing things on your calendar without asking you first.
No, it's okay.
I know I've known German for many years, and we have a great relationship, and I know that he is very open to talking about the product and just sharing and also answering any questions for anyone. So if anyone would like to do that, just let your advisor know and we'll set something up for you. Okay. So,
Yeah,
okay, Adrian?
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
okay.
Mike. I'm happy to help, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, German. Thank you. 100%, Mike. Thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning that again, so people can know that we're here to support you every step of the process with anything that you guys need. You guys have our advisors 24/7. So, and not only that, after you book, you have a dedicated concierge department that will help you through the entire process of booking your air, the booking, giving you the service that you guys deserve.
And also
So-
pre and post hotels.
Exactly. That's correct. Cynthia's saying thank you so much. Wonderful presentation. She's very excited. Going on this cruise line, and we're very excited for you, Cynthia. So, any more questions? Anyone that has? If not, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We're very happy that we were able to host this private event for you guys. We're very happy to provide you everything that you guys need, from the information that you guys need for your trip all the way to the end. So thank you, German. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's good to see everybody.
My pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank
being
you,
on today's
everyone.
presentation.
Thank you, German. Great job. Great presentation. Thank you.